Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's brought down after a good gain. And even 20 yards and a first down on the game's very first play.
Let's go now. Green, Trevor C. Let's go. Return the play.
First down, Winston. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Jonathan Stewart. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Manning. Open man right side is Ingram. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Evan Ingram, 42 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now a 7-0 game. Rosas now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Second down, Winston. He'll try to set up the screen. It's complete. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the screen and getting downfield. Didn't happen at all. Give a lot of credit to the defense for not tumbling to that one.
A first down throw for Winston. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
I remember growing up playing basketball. My coaches always talked about communicating on defense, making sure you talk on defense, know where your screens are, know where the cuts are coming from, who has who. Well, guess what? It's the same thing in football. Even though there's more noise out there, you can hear all the screams of screen, screen. This defense, the bench, everyone let them know what the play was, and that's why they were able to react and knock the ball away.
Jameis to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They're indeed going. It's Winston. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Throwing on 1st down is Manning. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Mitch Unrein with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. On play action, now Manning. They'll roll him out right. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Third and long for the Giants, and Eli following the sack. Shotgun now for Manning. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is finally out of bounds, just shy of the 5, all the way down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. First trip to the red zone for the Giants. They've got a 1st and goal to go at the 7. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Giants add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas good with the extra point. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with the football here as we begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Rosas now to kick this one away. On the return, this is Jaquiz Rogers. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Eluding the pressure right. And he slides to avoid the hit. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Yeah, Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game because he has that.
And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Alec Ogletree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Now a second down throw for Winston. And this one caught by Cameron Brate. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Winston. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
They didn't have a ton of yards to pick up on that third down, but there was no way they were playing that one safe. They decided to take that one downtown. They must have felt that they had a big play that was waiting for them. Unfortunately, it was incomplete.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. Winston now from the 50. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Jameis now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That one goes for 36 yards.
Not the tallest receiver on the field, but he just shouted to admit that the little guy can't go downfield and make a big-time catch on a deep pass because sometimes they'll just out-scrap you for the football.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, first and goal. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones taking it in. And the Bucs are able to make this a close game again. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Here's Chandler Catanzaro for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make our score 14-7. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Giants. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Manning and the Giants come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Now Stewart on first down. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They keep it on the ground again to Stewart. And he works free. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So 1:55 to go in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. On first down, Manning, rush coming, and he's taken down. Vinnie Curry in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front, nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Manning to throw on 2nd down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Brent Grimes.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They go play action here on first down. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete and now 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. A 2nd down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And incomplete here on 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And Boyd has it over the middle. And unable to break away, they stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Manning throwing on 2nd down. And his throw here's incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargraves, the one who was there defensively.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
And that's why you spend a first-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. And sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Zebra.
Manning to throw on 3rd and 1. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Let's go. It's time to play.
Following the interception, Winston. And Blake, the tight end's got it. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
Now Jameis on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. The Buccaneer first, Winston to Brate. Jameis now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Green, triple C. Ready. Black, 22. Green, triple C.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Manning the throw on 2nd down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On play action, it's Manning. He finds Beckham complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A first down carry for Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there to swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. Now a play fake. Manning sliding out of the pocket. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session, but coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Throw left side complete to Ingram. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up fourth. Manning indeed going for it on fourth. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Oh, he's got some breathing. And Winston lost the football. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it down to the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Snap comes at 1. Manning. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Vinny Curry in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. The Giants on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Manning. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory? Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They stay on the ground. This time it's Stewart. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens, because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. First down, Winston. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Working out of the gun, Winston. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Olivier Vernon with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Desperation time. Winston on 4th down. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. This is Stewart again. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Stop made there by Gerald McCoy. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. You got it.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Winston now after the fumble recovery. And that is incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Winston again. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Winston now to throw on 1st down. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Now a 2nd down throw for Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Eli Apple, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Room to run inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Manning looking to throw it. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
The Giants on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They come up in an offset eye. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, 1st round went to the offense, 2nd round the defense. Trying to punch it in, Stewart. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.